everybody, Professor Little here. I wanted to take a couple minutes and do a quick review. Now you've completed Chapter 2 and you should have a start to having the understanding of coding concepts with HTML, xhtml, and this week we're going to start talking about cascading style sheets. But before we move to cascading style sheets, I just want to do a quick review. And remember that xhtml is the code that we're creating the structure of a document for the web. CSS, cascading style sheets, will actually allow you to do all of your formatting. So HTML does have some formatting characteristics. For instance, the H tags, H1, 2, 3 through 6, those do have predefined formatting characteristics to them, and there are a few tags like that, but for the most part, as the HTML has progressed with later versions, they've implemented CSS to be able to accommodate formatting. So most usually if you're going to do formatting, then you're going to use CSS to do that. Now if you have something quick, like you just want to bold a word or something like that, then you can use the designated tag to go ahead and perform that formatting. But you have a lot more mobility and ability to manipulate your web pages with CSS. So as a review to xhtml, as you remember, everything is an element or a tag. So it can be referred to a tag or an element. And remember that your elements are generally container tags. So they're going to contain some kind of an object, whether it's text or images. Okay. So here we have the H tag, and as you guys recall, you have your starting tag and then your closing tag, or your opening tag, and then your closing tag that is preceded with a /. So also recall you have your standalone tags, which don't contain anything, they just do something, they display something. In this case, the break tag breaks us to the next line and gives us some extra white space. So elements or tags have three basic parts. They have the name of the element or the tag, always followed by a space. So if you look at my anchor tag example here, the tag element itself is the A, and that's the anchor tag. And then we have attributes that changes the characteristics of a tag, or it gives it additional instructions to the tag. So in this case, when we want to create a hyperlink to either another file or a URL on the internet, we can use the href attribute to be able to tell the anchor tag to hyperlink reference to a specific place. So after you have your attribute, you always follow that by an equal sign, and then you have to provide the value for the attribute. So the value is always going to be in quotation marks, and here on this I misstated, I said parenthesis, but that really should be quotation marks. So as we move forward, you're going to just remember these coding practices, and if you can kind of just remember that your HTML is the code to create the structure of the document, and CSS is going to allow us to format the document. Okay, so once again, element, you have your element, your attribute, and then the value for that attribute. So element, attribute, and then the value for that attribute. Okay.